Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And after showing you guys about my nitrous setup and where I was going to mount the bottle, I got a little bit of crap for having a flogged out rear diff bush. So let's get into a budget fix. So we're underneath the back of the car, and as you can see we have the spare wheel holder, and just above there we've got our flogged out rear diff bush. Now the best way to replace this obviously is drop your rear diff cradle and replace the bushes, but we're all about doing stuff on a budget around here, and I'm not even going to do it the right way now. So this is how you don't fix your diff bush, but it could be a way that you can repair it to get you by. Now if we go a little closer, you can see it's quite damaged up in there, but it still does have some of the stuff going on in there. Now funnily enough, I don't actually have an issue with this bush the way it is. Now the only time I have a problem is when you're in third gear or something, or in drive, and you really mash the accelerator pedal and then it goes bang. But apart from that, no issues. So I'm thinking there's a few ways you can go about this. The best way to go is to get Sikaflex 252. That's the stuff you want. We're not going to use it this time. I've seen people do it with epoxy, but we're going to do it with some other kind of silicone and just hope for the best, because that's what I have on hand. Now what we're going to have a crack at using is good old JB Weld. We've got some Ultimate Black silicone, and we're going to get under there and then just clean up that whole area there with, make sure it's all clean, and then we're going to get in there and just smash away at it. But first we're going to have to remove this spare wheel holder thing, because we need to get that out of the way for the NOS bottle anyway. So let's get into it. Alrighty, there we go. We've got that spare wheel holder out because we're going to have that out anyway to get the NOS bottle underneath there to install it. But now we've got clear access to get to this. So, like I said, we'll clear all this up in here. We'll see, is any of this going to come out? But we'll try and keep as much as that in. And then we'll try and fill all the gaps, squeeze it all in there, and then we'll just send it. Okay, so we've cleaned up the general area in there, so now it's time just to get that silicone in there. As I said, this isn't the way to do it. Sikaflex 252, even epoxy and stuff like that's probably a better option than this, but this may get you by. So time to send it. We'll try and get right in there, squeeze away. Fill it up as much as possible. As you can see, we've started to fill it up a bit. I'll get back to you when we've finished. Well, there you have it. It's done. It's not pretty, not fun, definitely a messy job, but we managed to get right in there. I mean, it looks a little bit light on the right top there, but that's fine. But we got all the way underneath there, all the way up around the sides. So I'm pretty sure the main banging would have been coming from when it was under acceleration. So top and bottom were the two important bits. But yes, obviously Sikaflex 252 is a much better option to do this with. But yeah, I just want to see if this works. But I know other people have success with it, and it's a good way to get by until you at least want to do your bushes. So from here I'll let it set for an hour, and then you let it set overnight, and then yeah, we'll give it a crack. Hopefully it doesn't bang when we drop down gears. But yes, cheap little exercise and a fix. And now we've got our room for our NOS bottle underneath there, but we'll have to wait for this to set overnight and we'll take it for a drive. Alright, it's the next day. She's had time to cure, and I have driven it to work. One big tell is when you put it into reverse, you get a big thud. Not anymore. Excellent. bump, no bang. Call that a win. Another one was going up a hill and dropping a gear. No thud. Excellent. So, it's time to see if it held up. Look at that. It's the same as it was when I did it, which is excellent because I actually did notice a noticeable difference with when it took off. There was less thuds, and yeah. But definitely would recommend doing this with the 252 instead of something like this. But it was good to see if this actually worked. How long it'll hold up, we don't know. But I have got room now to mount the NOS bottle and get started with that stuff. But yeah, little budget hack. Don't recommend it really, but if you want to get by, you're gonna do stuff on a budget, then why not? And yeah, if the brother's watching, I guess that means you can do your spark plugs, eh? Anyway, guys, that was a fun little budget fix, and now we can move on to finishing up and going on with the nitrous. But thanks again, guys. Till the next one. See you later.